Okay, you are just not going to believe the headline I saw this morning. Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. Get this. The UAE, they've just beaten Bangladesh in an international match. First time ever.
Wow.
Yeah, first win across any format. And, well, that's really just the start. The Daily Wicket is packed today. Huge IPL changes, injuries, Pakistan squad rumors.
It really, it just highlights how unpredictable cricket can be, doesn't it?
Totally.
You've got these amazing breakthroughs like the UAE and then these massive sort of logistical shifts in the IPL. Lots going on.
Absolutely. So that's our deep dive today. We're going to try and make sense of it all. We'll focus on those big IPL venue changes, that new weather rule. What does it actually mean?
Right.
We'll dig into that UAE win. How do they do it? Plus the injuries, the Pakistan squad talk. Basically, we want to give you the key takeaways, the really important bits, without getting lost in the weeds.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's dive into the IPL stuff first. It feels like the whole playoff picture just got redrawn.
It really has. I mean, moving the final to Ahmedabad, Narendra Modi Stadium, June 3rd, that's a big call.
Huge stadium.
Exactly. The atmosphere there compared to, say, Kolkata, where it might have been, it's just different. You wonder if that massive crowd favors certain temperaments,
And it's not just the final, is it? They've shifted Qualifier 1 and the Eliminator, too. From Hyderabad to Mullanpur. That's a strategic curveball.
Oh, definitely. Teams would have been planning for Hyderabad, the conditions there.
Yeah.
How much does this help teams who know Mullanpur better? Or does it?
That's the question, isn't it? Mullanpur is, it's still pretty new on the IPL scene.
Right. Less data, less experience for most teams regarding pitch behavior, how to play it best. Could level things out a bit, or, maybe it really helps those teams who've adapted well to new grounds this season already.
And then there's the weather. This new rule, 120 minutes extra time for all remaining league games, starting today with CSK versus RR.
Mm-hmm.
They're matching the playoff conditions immediately. That seems significant. Shows they're worried about washouts.
I think it shows they're being very proactive, yeah. They want finished games, clear results for the league table. Makes sense. But you do have to think, what does that extra time do? Player fatigue? Does it change tactics?
So.
Well, do you attack more knowing there's a bigger buffer? Or play safer knowing you have more time to catch up if things go wrong? It could influence things.
Good point. And still on weather, that RCB versus SRH game, May 23rd, moved from Bengaluru to Lucknow.
Wow, another one.
Yeah, because of the forecast. That's a big shift mid-season. Does that sort of thing actually affect teams?
It can, yeah. Travel, less time to adapt to new conditions, different pitch.
Yeah.
It disrupts routines. Professional teams, they're built to cope, of course. But it's not ideal. It definitely tests their adaptability.
Okay, so just to wrap up the IPL changes.
Yeah.
The playoff schedule is also officially out. Qualifier 1 is May 29th. So yeah, lots of off-field moves.
Yeah.
Now let's get to the actual cricket. Rajasthan Royals versus Chennai Super Kings. Sounded like quite the match.
It really was. CSK batted first, and young Ayush Mahatre hit a really quick 43 off 20 balls. Brevis got 42, Dubé 39. Decent contributions.
But the CSK highlight, even though they lost, has to be Dhoni, right?
Oh, absolutely. MS Dhoni hit his 350th T26. He's only the fourth Indian to do that.
Incredible. Still doing it. What does that say about him?
Just enduring class and power, isn't it? His fitness, his ability to still clear the ropes. Even when the team's struggling, he delivers moments like that.
Yeah, iconic. But the win went to the Royals.
Yeah.
And one player in particular.
Wow. Yes. Vaibhav Suryavanshi. He's just 14 years old.
14.
And he played this incredibly composed match-winning innings, 57 not out off 33 balls.
That's just mind-blowing. A 14-year-old anchoring an IPL run chase.
Think about it. He's probably still doing homework, taking exams. To handle that pressure at that level, it's phenomenal. What does that tell you about the talent pipeline in India?
It's astonishing, the depth. To have that composure, that skill at that age, unbelievable.
And Samson got a crucial 41. Jural saw them home with 31 not out. But yeah, Suryavanshi. That's the start.
And the result, it really shakes up the bottom of the table, doesn't it?
It does. RR avoids the wooden spoon, at least for now. Big relief for them.
That's CSK.
But CSK, yeah. They're now genuinely facing the possibility of finishing last for the first time ever.
Ouch. Such a contrast to their usual selves. What do you think is behind their struggles this year? Is it one thing?
Hard to say definitively. Maybe a mix of things. Key players not quite firing consistently, other teams figuring them out better. It's certainly making the end of the league stage fascinating.
Okay, now for that other huge result. UAE versus Bangladesh, the second T20. Bangladesh post 205,
Yeah.
a decent score.
A very good score. But the UAE, they chased it down. 207 for 8. Reports say it was a real team effort. Skipper Wasim leading the charge.
Amazing chase.
But the massive thing, the headline, is that this is their first ever international win against Bangladesh in any format.
Just soak that in. First ever. Against a full member nation.
Exactly. Think what that means for UAE cricket, all the work they've put in.
It's huge. Levels the series 1-1. What kind of ripple effect could a win like this have? For them? For other associate nations, maybe?
Oh, it's immense. It's proof, isn't it? Proof they can compete, they can win against the big teams. It inspires youngsters, might bring in more funding, raises the profile, and it tells other associates, hey, it is possible.
Yeah. And now we've got a decider. Brilliant stuff.
Absolutely thrilling.
Okay, from the highs to some lows.
Yeah.
Injuries. Ireland's about to start their ODI series against the West Indies, but they've lost 2 key players.
Yeah, tough news for them. Craig Young, the seamer, out with a hamstring injury, and Curtis Camphor, the all-rounder, fractured finger.
That's a double blow, especially to the bowling.
Definitely weakens their seam attack. Young's experienced. Camphor gives them balance. Their replacements, Jordan Neal and Stephen Doheny, have a big job to do, especially against the West Indies batting. Tests their depth, for sure.
And in the IPL, Delhi Capitals have a worry over KL Rahul. Injured his knee in training, apparently.
That's the report, yes. He's now doubtful for their next match against Mumbai Indians, which is a pretty crucial game for them.
How big a loss would he be for DC right now?
Massive,
Yeah.
especially at this stage. He's usually so reliable, gives their batting order stability, and, well, runs. If he's out, it forces a reshuffle, puts pressure on others. They'll be anxiously waiting for an official update, you'd imagine.
Okay, shifting focus, slightly squad news. Pakistan are due to name their squad for the Bangladesh T20s soon. And there's talk, maybe resting some big names.
Yeah, the whispers are that Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, Shaheen Shah Afridi, they might be given a break.
Why is that?
Could be workload management, looking at the bigger picture of future tournaments, but also it's a chance to test out some emerging players, give them a go at international level. And Saman Aliaga looks likely to stay on as captain, which suggests they're building leadership depth too. It's that classic balancing act experience versus new blood.
Yeah, always interesting to see that strategy. Testing youngsters against a side like Bangladesh could be really valuable. Okay, back to the IPL for a moment. The reaction to those rule changes, the extra time for matches. It's definitely got people talking. Any potential downsides we haven't mentioned?
Well, while the aim is good, fewer washouts, longer match days could mean more fatigue for players, maybe affect recovery between games. Could it also impact fans if games regularly finish much later? And tactically, teams might just need time to figure out how best to use that extra window. It's a definite change.
And the venue shifts for the playoffs, that's also stirred up debate online, hasn't it? Fans always have strong feelings about where the big games are held.
Oh, always. From the BCCI's side, though, you have to assume it's based on a whole range of things. Logistics, ground readiness, maybe even trying to maximize crowds or favorable conditions. It's never a simple decision.
Right. Let's just quickly hit those key numbers again because they're worth remembering. Dhoni, 350 T26s.
Landmark stuff, incredible longevity.
And UAE's win. First ever against Bangladesh. Just huge.
Truly historic for them. A day they won't forget.
And the kid. Vayahab Suryavanshi. 14 years old, match-winning 57. That's the stat that jumps out.
It really does. Shows you the sheer talent coming through, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the nerve.
Okay, looking ahead to tomorrow, Wednesday, May 21st. What should people be watching? IPL first. Mumbai Indians versus Delhi Capitals.
Yeah, potentially massive game, especially for DC. And that question mark over KL Rahul just adds another layer, doesn't it?
Definitely. Then, UAE versus Bangladesh, the third T20. It's the decider.
Can UAE pull off a historic series win? Momentum's with them, but Bangladesh will be fighting back hard. Should be gripping.
And the start of the Ireland versus West Indies ODIs in Clontarf.
Yep, first ODI. Big test for Ireland's depleted bowling attack against that powerful West Indies batting lineup.
Now, just thinking about the bigger picture. The BCCI's decisions on venues, the weather rule, it feels very hands-on, very proactive. What does that signal about how they run the IPL?
It shows a clear commitment to ensuring the tournament runs smoothly and fairly, even with challenges like weather. They're willing to make big calls to protect the schedule, the integrity of the league, and ultimately the fan experience. It's complex tournament management.
And just when we thought the T20 frenzy might slow down after the IPL, boom, T20 Mumbai League is back on right after.
Yeah, rescheduled for June 4th to 12th, Wankhede and DY Patil stadiums. And look at the names potentially involved: Surya Kumar Yadav, Shivam Dubey, Shreyas Iyer, Rahane, Prithvi Shaw.
Wow. So more top-class T20 action straight away. Great news for fans in Mumbai.
It definitely keeps the buzz going.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the main points from our deep dive today. Big IPL changes venues, weather rules, UAE's incredible historic win, injury worries for Ireland and potentially DC, and Pakistan maybe looking to blood new players. Quite a lot happening.
It really covers the spectrum, doesn't it? From grassroots development making headlines to the huge logistical machine of the IPL making adjustments on the fly.
It really does. And maybe a final thought for you listening. When you see a result like the UAE beating Bangladesh and a 14-year-old like Suryavanshi starring in the IPL, how might that change things going forward? What does it mean for the sort of established order in world cricket and for talent development? Could we be seeing the start of some really interesting shifts in the global game? Something to think about.